Today, I'd love to share with you my 5 very, very powerful money habits that personally took me from completely broke to the point where I was waking up very often with a knot in my stomach. I was so nervous about money, to receiving millions on a repeat, because I believe you will take a lot from this. Hello, my dear one. Just in case we don't know each other, I'm Lenka Lutonska. I'm an author of Energetic Selling and Marketing and Limitless Millionaire mentor for powerful women like you, spiritual entrepreneurs and change makers around the world. These money habits, I'm not sure if it's exactly the right name, the habits. Yes, they are very integrated in my consciousness, but I don't do all of them, all 5 of them every single day. They just are very integrated in my way of thinking, being, etc. And I know that all 5 are really geared to support you to simply become and sink into being where you are limitlessly abundant, because that's your original nature. So it can just naturally reflect in the way you think, in the way you operate, in the way you treat money, and of course in your results, money, results, and abundance that you actually enjoy. What I invite you to do as we are going through these powerful 5 money habits is to notice if at any point you feel internally, quote unquote, triggered, as in how can she do that? That's crazy, etc., etc. Because it's exactly these little triggers that are showing us the biggest opportunities. Okay, and at the end of the video, I will love to hear from you, as in which one of these 5 habits or money practices. These are, of course, mainly energetics, even though there are practical, or some of them are very practical as well. But which of these 5 powerful money practices you will be incorporated into your business and life? All right, let's get to it. So first, powerful money habit that really helped me to go from broke to millions is simply giving. Now, it started really, really small, because when I really had no money or very little money, it was really challenging for me to operate from, give when I hardly had any money to even pay the basic bills, etc. However, the principle is certain. You cannot give what you don't have. And when you give, you simply are embodying the energy of abundance. You are abundance, and therefore the mirror of the physical reality will need to start reflecting back at you more powerfully. So I started initially stretch myself in terms of giving in a very small ways. So for instance, I would take out, I would change a note for coins, and I would drop a few coins, 5, 10 coins into shopping baskets in the nearest supermarket. So when somebody was going to put a coin in a shopping trolley, it was already there. So pleasant surprise. I would start stretching myself, giving more to charities that I love, giving more to people on a street that ask for money or need money, with their homeless or anything like that, more than usual. And it kind of accumulated over time to just really more and more and more giving. And I tell you, I just love giving. It's such a beautiful energy. It's not just the receiver that benefits, but giver as well. And I feel that more I do is, without even thinking about it, the abundance grows, because again, the mirror of the physical reality can only reflect back at us who we are. So I love to give to just my friends, surprise them with beautiful gifts or trips. I love giving more to charities. I love just giving in any way. Now, tips. I started to stretch myself with giving just more tips that I'm used to, and it grew and grew. But I tell you what, very recently I met one wonderful woman who shared with me that for the past 6 months, she's decided that she's going to give 100% tip to everyone, regardless of the level of service. Meaning, if the bill is $100, she will also tip $100. If the tip is, I don't know, it can be a dinner, let's say, and it's $1,000, she will give $1,000. And she says that, yes, sometimes it's challenging when it's like a bigger amount. And I thought, wow, 100% tips, regardless of the level of service. I love that. That stretched me. So why I'm saying it is because there is no limit to how much you can give and how much you can extend your being and energy and limitless abundance. And it's no coincidence that that incredible woman that shared this with me is actually on a higher financial level of receiving right now as I am, you see. And she said that even in the last 6 months, it shifted massively. No surprise, because more we give, without expectation, this is the very important thing, without expectation, just because it feels good to give, even if it makes us feel a little uncomfortable, that's okay, but without, oh, it must come back to me, that's But more we give, more we are being abundance, you see, and that just creates everything. So that's one powerful money habit, giving. Second powerful money habit is around tracking money. Now, I'll be honest with you. Nowadays, I track money far less than I used to. And that's just because I have such a strong belief already integrated within me that money always grows. Money is always there and it grows. And, you know, I love money. Money loves me. It's all there. So it's almost like I don't care to look because I know it's great and it's always expanding, but it wasn't used to be this way. And you might be familiar with the energetic principle that whatever gets tracked expands. So whatever you're measuring can expand. Now it's important again how you're measuring it. And for me, I tell you, especially when I was getting myself from that energy of not enough or just enough into the higher levels of money consciousness, this tracking money proved to be for me incredible opportunity, not just to continually set intentions. So every time I would track money, sometimes it would be daily, sometimes weekly, but it would be like a date with the money energy, which again, it's a pure energy which just reflects back at you. It's limitless energy, but reflects back at you who you are, what's your belief system, etc., etc. So tracking money would be always opportunity for me to have like a date with money energy and start refining that money energy. So I would always revisit my intention. So I would have intention of how much money I would love to see. So let's say I would have intention that my money on the current accounts would go up and up and up. I would have a tangible number, and it over time it happened. It grew and grew and grew to point of 7 figures, which is incredible. Then I would have intention to clear my debts, my borrowings, which again happened much quicker. I thought it would take me years to clear my debts, but with continual tracking and then meaning continual dates with the money and then revisiting that relationship. How do I perceive it? Do I get triggered when I look at how much money I have? Do I consider it as not enough? Or can I almost like, no, that's old way of seeing that, and I'm going to talk money nicely. Thank you, my dear money. Thank you for being here. Thank you for affording me this and that, whatever I already paid for, and 10 times more, please. So I would start this tracking money would not just help me to revisit always and energize my intention where I want my money to be, but also it would help me to redefine my relationship and unconscious how do I apply my energy on the energy of money. Yes, what do I put into that mirror? So tracking money for sure. Make it your own, doesn't have to be nothing complicated. I literally had the very basic spreadsheet in my notebook, and I would write date and how much money was the intention was always there, what I want to see, and what is it today, and gratitude and more please, and you will see it will grow and grow and grow, or the debts will reduce. It's a wonderful feeling. Similarly speaking, so that's number 2, tracking money. Another one habit, very related to it would be the transferring the money. So this is like a managing money and again increasing this flow in a different way. So when I would be having that date with money, and when I would look and track how much money I have and reestablish my intention and talk to money nicely, I would also start transferring the money, consciously creating bigger void on the current bank accounts. So I would send some proportion of it, and I decided what that is to me. 10% of what came in maybe would go towards clearing the debts. 10% would go maybe towards saving. Again, saving not for rainy day, that's out of fear, but saving is like a freedom account. Whatever I choose, I can just spend it on it. Or if I want a time off for 6 months, I can. So it's like towards oriented. So I would be transferring money from the main ones to another to create that bigger void, because it's, energetically speaking, it's almost like a drawer that you have somewhere in your house that it doesn't matter how much you clean it and you tidy it up, over time it fills up again, and you then clean it again and it fills up again. So energetically speaking, this works with money as well. If you want to create and receive a lot more abundance, you just want to be a much more powerful receiver and a channel of money. So you want to be consciously creating those voids. So sending the money, giving money, spending money with energy of expansion, etc. Or even have more people, quote unquote, dependent on you. Maybe not, that's not the right word, such as, your children or employees, etc., etc. So you more void you consciously create, knowing that it's not just refilling, but more and more coming, money got to come back to you. It's very, very healthy, energetically speaking. So definitely transferring the money, creating that bigger and bigger flow and creating that void consciously with knowing that it will refill itself and more pretty much immediately is very healthy. So that's what number 3. Yes, so we've got giving, we've got tracking money, we've got transferring money. Number 4, allowing myself the best things for me. From me, you see, because I found myself at certain point that I've had no issue, let's say, make some business investments. So yes, this much money I'm going to invest into my business, or I'm going to give to people or charities, etc. I had no issue with it. But when it came to me, just for Lenka, that's, I couldn't justify it oftentimes. So these were things like, at one point I remember I was organizing a weekend getaway, or just a fun weekend with my girlfriends in London, and I saw this beautiful apartment, and I thought, wow, that's the apartment I would love to go to and stay a few nights in London. And that apartment was just for those few nights, like 5 figures in money. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's crazy. I can't justify. Then I asked myself, why not? The old self, the less abundant self can't justify it. But my most expansive self, actually, I would afford myself, just because I want to be in that beauty and that comfortable environment and luxury. I would absolutely do it. So I would stretch myself like this. Again, without expectation, I would book that amazing apartment to embody the energy of that's who I am. I'm worthy of it. I'm worthy of the most beautiful things and the best things, not just for my business and other people, etc. Me, you see? So things like that, getting that lovely purse, or that had no other reason, just for me. Flying business class, it used to be like completely alien to me. I couldn't in my mind justify why. Why would people spend so much for business or first class when I can get quite comfortably from A to B in economy or economy plus? And so I consciously booked like a first class and business class, and it was not only amazing experience, but over time, of course, it would help me to become a normal, and again, creating that more money void, knowing it's coming and more. So yes, so that's the habit number 4, allowing myself the best and beautiful things just for me. And number 5 It would be, of course, now this is more practices than one, but it all comes under umbrella, playing with my imagination and playing these beautiful energetic games with money. You see, imagination, well, it's not tangible at all. It's not like a very practical tip with money, but it all starts with imagination. Imagination is simply when you reach into the higher dimensional level and you're accessing what's there already. It's limitless. So I would, of course, imagine myself quite often, what would it be like if I had this much money available to me? If I had more money, then I would know at the moment what I want to do with it. What would be like if the money was constantly coming to me? I created this reality in my mind. Is literally you create that configuration of your universe, and you just that energy literally trickles through to you every moment of the day, powerfully influencing your thinking, perceptions, emotions, choices, which is the most important, and steps forward. So that massively accelerates just everything. And as part of it, I would play just and I still play various energetic games with the money, with energy of money. So for instance, even nowadays, I want to invite more money to come through me. I will just almost like see this universal sack of limitless abundance, and I, open it wider, and I feel myself being bathed, like money flying everywhere, abundance flying everywhere into my entire body, into my entire life, into my clients' lives, like everywhere, into my whole universe. I'm completely open. All the channels of abundance are open. All the doors of abundance are free. It's literally just inviting even more money flowing through me. Then I would play various virtual games with money. I did a video already about the virtual money spending with the amount that you have. So I would do that and continue to do that. Not again like every day, but I still do that. I will look at how much money is available to me, and I virtually spend it 10 times, 15 times, 20 times to continually promote that energy of choice and flow, internal flow of money. I will link this somewhere on the screen here maybe, or in the description below, because this game is so powerful. So you can watch the entire video on that. But also things like, I remember sometimes when I felt like a little bit of stagnant energy around money, so I would then be more conscious about the energy of spending, meaning that's another beautiful energetic game with money. For every little bit that I would spend, I would mark it down anywhere, on your phone, in a notepad or whatever. But I would write it down, or what I spent, and the energy, so I would be more conscious about the energy that when I'm spending it, knowing that it's like I'm sending the babies into my universe within, and it's multiplying itself 10 times or more. So doesn't matter if it was a small thing or a big thing. So I would literally write next to it, okay, I just spent £300, so 3,000 is coming back to me. Thank you, money. Things like this. So I would track my spending and the emotional energy I would extend when spending money. So that's a really great little practice. And finally, allocating the money. I've never been a fan of budgeting. How much budget? How much can we spend? That's so limiting. That's coming from that consciousness that money is finite, and money is not finite. So I've never been really practicing budgeting, but what I've been always practicing is allocating the money that I have, but mainly the money that's coming. So let's say I would talk to my money, let's create, I desire to create 100,000 impact this month through my best work and receive 100,000 in cash into my bank accounts. So what will happen to that 100,000? Where will it go? Because money loves purpose. Money loves home. So I would already pre-plan. Oh, okay. So this much will go lovingly on taxes. This one will go on payments to my team members or other business expenses. This much will come to me. This will go to something I'm going to do with extra, expendable income. Ooh, I can do this or I can do this. So I would allocate the money where it will go, the money that is coming to me, you see? So these are the 5 powerful money habits that have been guiding me from level to abundance to level abundance, and they can guide us, I believe, to infinity, because they all really promote you sinking into being when you are limitless abundance. Remember, that's your origin. That's who you are, and it's just about learning to accept it and be it. You want more abundance? Be more abundance. And I believe these 5 powerful money habits: giving, tracking money, transferring the money, allowing yourself the best things, and imagination and virtual money games will support you in that. So that's it for today. We love to hear from you in the comments which of these 5 money habits you will be adopting. Please let me know. And of course, if you're not subscribed to this channel, I warmly invite you. It will help my purpose in the world. So I cannot express with the words just how much it means to me. So thank you in advance for subscribing. And I, my dear, will see you next time. Bye-bye.